In order for your marriage to have any chance of success, you need to install and know how to use certain instruments that keep you pointed in the right direction. Please let me explain. My name is Steve Harley. I've been working with couples for decades now, and I help them stay pointed in the right direction. Many years ago, when I was training to become a pilot, there was a component of the training that had to do with learning how to use instruments. Instruments are a big deal when you fly a plane. Of course, when you're flying, you have to know how to use a variety of different instruments. But on this particular occasion, I was being taught how to use instruments in IFR conditions, also understood as flying in a cloud. When you're flying in a cloud, needless to say, instruments are a big deal. When in training, you're exposed to a very fascinating phenomenon. You're flying along with no outside references, and you'll swear that you're flying straight and level. Everything feels fine. However, the instruments are indicating that you're descending to the left. Here's the question of the day. What are you going to do? The decision you're about to make is going to be a big deal. This is where your training comes in. Your training teaches you to trust the instruments with your life and the lives of those flying with you. You need the training because you have instincts that aren't going to like following the instruments. Your instincts are going to challenge whether or not it's a smart idea to do what the instruments are suggesting that you do in the moment. Enter your training. You need to learn how to make smart decisions. You need to learn how to make decisions that will extend your life and the lives that are flying with you. I'll tell you personally, in my training, it truly felt like I was committing suicide. I was waiting for some mountain to show up at any minute and come flying through my windshield. I was forcing myself to do something that my training said was a good idea. Fortunately, my instructor was there reassuring me that what I was doing was a good idea, and it's always nice when the outcome reinforces the idea as well. But I will say that following the instruments at every step sure didn't feel right. My intelligence was telling me it was a good idea. My instructor was telling me that it was a good idea, but it took a while for my senses, my emotions, to square up with that. As I continued to fly, you can see that my presence here today suggests that I've been making the right choices every time so far. In order for your marriage to fly straight and level, you need instruments. Gotta have them. It's required. The instruments aren't complicated. The instruments are fairly straightforward. You just need to know what they are, you need to know how to install them, and you need to know how to use them properly. Once you do, it's impressive. And when you get the hang of it, it's a great ride. It's not an exaggeration to say that when your marriage is flying the way it's supposed to, both you and your spouse become elevated. It's quite a view. It's just that you've got to know what you're doing. The instruments that you need to install can be found in the basic concepts of the Marriage Builders website. As I said, you're going to find that they're all very simple to understand, but I encourage you to pay attention to how most of them, if not all of them, are not instinctive. In fact, they're counter-instinctive. That's why you want to make sure that you properly educate yourself on the fact that they're needed and how to use them. And you watch, with practice, wow, it smooths things out, far less turbulent, and it's a ride that you'll be able to enjoy for the rest of your life. All the information on the Marriage Builders website is free to access. Hundreds of pages of information to help you understand how to have a great marriage. And if you're needing a training instructor to help you out, just call the main office number at Marriage Builders. Ask them to help you line up a time for us to talk. I'll help you to install and learn how to use the necessary instruments for your marriage to fly straight and level. In the meantime, stay warm, and I've got to get back to my run. Have a great day.